As always, first and foremost, I want to start with thank you for checking me out here at the Real Counselor's Corner. You can check me out on IG, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for videos. You can also find the Real Counselor's Corner, the podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. So make sure you check me out on one of those platforms and pass the word as well. So we're going to get right into the topic tonight. We're going to talk about the disgruntled mindset tonight. But before we get into that, just a quick recap of our last conversation. If you haven't checked that video out, go and check that out on Facebook and YouTube. We talked about the importance of recalibrating, like getting back to basically your center, getting back to the point in your life when you were what you felt was most successful, and then repeating or emulating those same steps so you can get back to that. So we were on recalibration yesterday, but today we're going to talk about the disgruntled mindset, and that's actually connected to how you recalibrate. One of the things that you have to overcome when you are trying to recalibrate. So the whole disgruntled mindset kind of came to me when I was just thinking about myself, and a lot of these topics that I discuss, they do stem from, my personal thoughts or things of that nature. So when I speak to you guys, I'm also speaking to myself. We in this together. So the disgruntled mindset, as we all know, disgruntled means to be unsatisfied with something. So a person that has a disgruntled mindset, they're unsatisfied with, either something they don't have, or where they are at in their life, but overall they're just unsatisfied with their situation. Me personally, I believe there's a difference between a person with a disgruntled mindset and then a person that is just straight up jealous, or just straight up a hater. Someone that's just straight up just jealous or envious. This is a person that despises another person because of something, of course, they have. Or something they've accomplished, something they have that they want. So they despise that particular person. That's just a straight up hater. You have no reason to not like this person outside of the fact that they have something that you wish you had. Now, a disgruntled mindset is different, because all of us experience having a disgruntled mindset at some point. So even if you're the type of person that says, I never get jealous, I don't care what other people are doing, and, all these little cliche phrases that people use, those things are, untrue. We are all humans, so we all basically experience the same emotion or emotions, and what makes us different is, how we, act upon those emotions, or how we process those emotions. So having a disgruntled mind, or even being, or wanting more for yourself, is something that we all do. It becomes an issue when it overtakes you. And by that, I mean you become so disgruntled with your situation when you're comparing yourself to others that, you can't make any progress, because you're so caught up in the woe is me, or, why don't I have, or, why can't I have all of those great things, So having that disgruntled mindset, if you allow yourself to sit in that and fester in that, then it can become, detrimental to your progress. So I just wanted to talk about a couple things that you can kind of keep in mind when that disgruntled mindset sneaks up on you. And it gets to all of us, especially now with social media. Social media is probably one of the biggest catalysts for these type of mental struggles, because you sit there, you look at everyone's best self, and I know we've heard this a million times, but you do this all day, and that there, regardless of how strong you are, strong-willed, strong-minded, whatever, if you look at that enough, you're going to run into something that you would like to have. And sometimes, we're impatient as people, and you want it now, so that can lead to you, being disgruntled, even if it's just for that moment. But when you do have these feelings coming along, one of the things that I do, is I remind myself of the harsh reality that the universe, God, higher power, however you want to word that, owes us nothing. I try not to put myself in situations where I feel like something is owed to me because I've done something. For example, just because a person has a college degree doesn't mean that they are owed a particular lifestyle. You still have to go out and get that. just because you pray every day, or whatever your form of worship is, doesn't mean that the higher power that you worship owes you anything. So the first thing to overcoming a disgruntled mindset is coming to the understanding that, you're not owed anything in this life. Anything that's owed to you should come from a service you've provided for someone or something you've sold someone, but should never come from you just feeling like, or us just feeling like we deserve something just because. So the first step is understanding no one owes you anything. So as we look at situations and we become disgruntled or unsatisfied with our situation, once you remind yourself no one owes you anything, then you have to make the decision of what do I need to do to get to that point, if that's where I want to be. And in that thought, you also have to remind yourself that whatever you're disgruntled about or about not having, it may not even be for you. So don't get caught up in spending your time trying to get where someone else is because you think that's where you want to be. That particular thing may not be for you. So when you become disgruntled with that, don't spend your time trying to chase what you believe is going to make you happy or lead you to a satisfied life, because it doesn't always work like that. So putting that all together, I try to keep these videos short because I know attention spans are short, even including mine. So to wrap it all up, disgruntled mindset, it hits us all. It's not necessarily means that you're a hater. Doesn't mean anything like that. Doesn't mean you're jealous. It just means you're unsatisfied with your particular situation, based on things that you may have seen other people do or heard. Very similar to being jealous, but this disgruntled mindset is something that all of us have. It turns into jealousy and envy when you allow it to take you over to the point where you are saying and doing things in spite of another person. So when that disgruntled mind creeps up on you, do some of the things that we just discussed and you'll push through it, but just don't let that take you over. So before we get out of here today, I want to throw a plug in, and I'm going to try to do this with each video. Find little businesses, small businesses, Black-owned businesses when I can, and we're going to promote those things. So if you look behind me, you're going to see 2 articles of clothing right here on my right, okay? This is from Elephant, all right? LFANT, live free above negative thinking, all right? Over here we got Ghetto Geeks, all right? Both of these positive brands come from my hometown, Owensboro, Kentucky. I've purchased clothes from both brands, quality clothing. Stylish. You see what's going on back here. So support black business. Specifically, today we're talking about supporting Elephant and Ghetto Geeks. You can check them both out on IG, Facebook as well. Check out the sites. Go out there, copy a shirt. I don't care what it is. You go on there and cop the most expensive piece. You go on there and cop the cheapest piece. Doesn't matter. But we got to support these businesses, and sharing, that's good. But these folks need some monetary support. So let's sock it to their pockets, and we are going to continue to get better. Peace.